What's up, fam? Welcome to another episode of Breaking Impossibilities, where we use real stories to help people grow and break those impossibilities. Before we get started, I want to give a shout out to the sponsors of the Breaking Impossibilities podcast, Diamond Business, as you can see, Kraken Media, Bloom Realtor, and yes, we have a very special guest for you tonight. And it's going to be my man Lee Patterson, came all the way from Georgia to drop some gems about credit to real estate and how you can turn a single home into a family home, a multi-home. And look, man, I'm so grateful and excited about this connection, man. I appreciate you coming to
Let's
this
get it, baby.
podcast.
Let's go.
Lee,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
I'm
Absolutely.
in the bay with it.
Oh
today.
yeah, hey,
Yeah.
okay, don't let's not turn up, man. As you know, it's Fabby week. You
Come on,
know.
man. We turn up on a Thursday.
Oh my God, man. Yes, sir, man. So appreciate you, man, taking time out of your busy schedule, man, to come and meet with us here at the Breaking Impossibilities, man. We definitely here to, spread the word, man,
Yeah.
drop some gems, help people grow, like, because at one point, like, you was obviously not where you at today.
For sure.
Right,
For
and
sure.
we gonna definitely get into the part where you're able to, share about where you at today. But first, man, I want to get, before the credit to real estate, the multi homes, any of that funding or anything that you got, because I know you're doing speaking too. You just got back from a speaking engagement.
Yeah.
Before you was, went to Georgia, as a track star and all of that stuff, man. Can you tell us, man, where was it that all this started at, man, for Mr. Lee Patterson?
Man, you know what they say, the humble beginnings back in Longview, Texas, man, where it used to only be known for, the home of Matthew McConaughey, but now I tell them it's the home of Lee Patterson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I grew up, man, as just, the humble backgrounds where I grew with a bunch of entrepreneurs in my family, starting with my grandparents, all the way to my uncle now, where he owns a local restaurant, to my brother now, where he owns a barbecue joint with the food truck. So I just come from them type of beginnings to where like I always knew I had to hustle and get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it literally took me to where I am today. I tell people I ain't what I look like. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it, but it got me to where I am today.
Okay, yeah, and I love that you've been through it, man, because that's exactly what we like to share here on the Breaking the Possibilities podcast, man. It's just because there's someone out there struggling or going through it or hustling or doing whatever the case may be, however the hustle looks for them, right? And they just not sure. They might be doubting themselves, right? So, like, what does going through it look like for you?
Well, like I say, I don't look like what I've been through right now because I've been grinding so hard that like y'all seeing the results, and so, but to answer your question, you say, what does grinding look like for me? From a daily basis or just overall?
Not like, what is it that you've been through before all that grinding started? Like,
just, identity, trying to figure out who I am, trying to figure out what I want to do,
yeah,
trying to figure out what success looks like for me, right? Because the society tries to define that for you. But if you do that, then you'll always be falling short, But then, everybody has their spiritual journey and a spiritual awakening where I learned real quick. I got to get my identity in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried a lot of other stuff that left me looking crazy, And so once I found something that was pretty firm foundation and something that I knew that like I could lean on, man, at any time. Once I was comfortable with who I was in my own skin, you just move different. You don't move with a lot of anxiety. You don't move with a lot of wonder what people think. I think me and you talked about that. You just move with a whole different vibe and a whole different confidence. I get busy, bro, and I'm not outside like that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You see what I've been doing this weekend? I ain't outside like that.
yeah.
I move with a whole different circle of entrepreneurs and leaders and man, I was hanging out with an astronaut yesterday and today. You know what I'm saying? Like a black one. And then, again, it's just all
I thought those was only in the movies.
me too. I mean, he had his whole suit on and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? I get to
Come
do a lot
on,
of, I
bro.
get to do a lot of cool things, man, because my circle has changed and I carry myself in a different way.
For sure.
And so the grind, man, this ain't how it started. But the way it is now, it's crazy. I would have never imagined it, but I always hoped and prayed for it.
Absolutely. And when you say like, because you said a lot of good things, but like when you say trying to find your identity, right? Like, trying to see what success looks like for you, right? like some people don't understand that, like, because I might even be in the same situation where I got a lot of things going on and I'm trying to really still trying to figure it out. It might look good on the camera, and I tell everybody that all the time. It might look good on the camera, but in the back, in the behind the scenes, it's a lot of the struggle. It's a lot of like trying to figure it. It ain't it's easy, right? I don't look like what I've been through either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm still going through it because every day is a grind. It's a process.
For sure.
But like when you was in Lakeview, right?
Longview.
Longview.
Yeah.
We got a Lakeview out here. So
we do too. It's not far from Longview, so you all good.
So when you was in Longview and you trying to find out your identity, man, how many times did you like bump your head or fall on the ground until you was able to get up and make and start really seeing like, hey, this
like
is it.
Like you said, man, you still do it. You just bounce back a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And you learn to avoid a lot of those things that make you bump your head. You feel me?
Yeah.
So when it came to bump your head, I'm a believer in like you don't have to go through it to experience something. So I lean on other people's experiences. So, AKA I got a mentor, got big bro, got somebody that I know who been through the game or been through whatever it is that I'm trying to get through, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't bump my head as much, but I also, if I don't watch what I'm doing, I will. You know, I ain't made it to the other side where I'm immune to it. So it's a daily battle. If you don't move a certain way, you bump your head, you know, because there's something out there to trip you up always. You know, Satan busy out there.
For sure. And that's important for us to know because at the end of the day, like we still bump our heads. We don't bump our heads as much, but when we do bump our heads, the repercussions isn't as bad as they used to be because we've already learned from them fails.
For sure.
Right? We understand like, okay, boom, I know what to do. Now I know that the get back need to be harder than the fall down. You know what I'm saying? And then I was talking to somebody today, matter of fact, my guy with Diamond Business, and he was like, man, why don't you just, instead of falling down, why don't you fall up the stairs? Just one time. Like, help me, help you, you know? And that I was like, man, it was like to that moment I was like, damn, that's dope, right? And then also, man, I was thinking today is like, and what we doing today is either we gonna follow our dreams or we gonna live in our nightmares. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Like we gotta take those steps and take those actions in order to be that person that we inspire to be. Regardless if it's a mentor, we look up to this person and we see that, and it's a copy, cut, and paste type of lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
But we just do it in our own way. So man, so you left Longview, from high school and you went to Georgia. You got a scholarship with the Georgia Bulldogs, am I right?
Yeah.
For
running track. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. And what was that experience like?
It was crazy, man, because, up to then, I'd never flown before. So the whole college experience, being able to fly, taking recruiting trips and visits like that I was already on cloud nine. And I knew going to Georgia was going to be stupid crazy. I actually thought UGA was in Atlanta, and I tell the story all the time. We got to driving and thinking that we'll be at the school real soon, go through downtown, and we get to this road called 316. And I'm looking back, city skyline gone. Like, man, we got to be getting there. Then it's University Parkway. Surely we are close. 316 is called University Parkway. So, like, surely we're almost there.
Because of university.
Another 45 minutes. Here I'm in a little country town called Athens, Georgia. And
Athens, right?
Athens, yeah. Athens, Georgia, man. And my life has forever been changed. And so, I get to Georgia, graduate with a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
Bachelor's degree in speech communication, man. And man, that was the biggest accomplishment of my life up to that point because it was for me, obviously, and then for my mother to be one of the first one in my family to graduate with a 4-year degree.
4-year degree. And did you get a full ride too?
Yeah.
And is that because Texas, man, Texas is like football country, right?
Right. I wanted to get out, man. I wanted to write my own story. I didn't want to be like a lot of people in my hometown that, go to UT, go to Texas A&M, whatnot. I was ready to just kind of get out, go do my own thing, create my own story, my own pathway.
I love that, man. I love that. Like that, you taking that initiative and trying to do something different. And that's probably why you're so successful today, my guy. You know what I mean? Is that right there is like something that was instilled to you at birth and it just ignited and it continued to evolve, right?
Right.
And then so I know that, man, you got a lot of things going on, man, and stuff like that. But kind of like, what happened after Georgia? You got your bachelor's in communications.
Yeah, believe it or not, man, I tried the whole hand out at running professionally. It really was never a goal of mine, but when you're running and you're training and doing things at a high level, you don't want to quit on it too soon. So I'm like, hey, let me see what this is like. You find out real quick you don't make a lot of money running unless you're breaking world records and or just one of the top 10 in the world. Right? I was far off from that. But hey, I could say I tried. It's like personally like, you know what? I play football. Let me go to the combine. Let me see if I get drafted. Let
Yeah.
me, you know what I'm saying? It was that type of deal. It just looked different in what I do. And so I pivoted to a 9 to 5, still trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And then realized, man, I come from a family of entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in my blood to be creative,
Yeah.
to start my own thing and not work for somebody else. Nothing against those people, but man, it was kind of rough, man. Having a set time to go to lunch and to be back, and to ask for permission to go on vacation. That like, I mean, I'm a rule follower, but man, life got to be better than this. And so it sent me down this journey of this entrepreneurship, bro. And I ain't looked back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. How old were you? If you don't mind me asking, what was the age at that time?
Probably 23, 24 years old. Yeah.
23.
Mhm.
Okay.
I gave it a couple of years, man, trying to, do the running thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who would you say, just kind of a little off topic, but who would you say is who's the best runner right now? Men.
What event?
I don't know. What is it? The 400? Was it the
So the
400?
400, man.
What is Niles? Niles, right? The
Noah,
runner.
Noah
Noah.
Lyles.
What does
Yeah.
Noah run?
Yeah, he's definitely the hottest runner right now. He run the
Hot.
100, 200,
The
and he
100.
could run the 4.
The
He's
400.
that talented.
The 400 is the relay, or is that the
No, just
800?
one lap around the track. One
One
lap.
lap. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then, what you think about Shakira?
She's the truth. She's from Texas. I'm always roll with the Texas girl.
I love her.
Yeah.
Man, shout out, man. Cause
Yeah.
hey, man, y'all stop playing with her. Hey, come on, man.
When you wear the crown, they coming for you.
Yeah,
So,
man, stop it,
comes
right?
with it.
Like that's good though. That's man. You you think I Show Speed could beat Niles?
No,
Noah?
no,
Not at all.
not even close.
Noah's a real
It's
beast,
like
huh?
asking your local YMCA hero, hood hero, to be out there dunking and going crazy. Can he beat LeBron? Or I won't say LeBron. Let's say SGA because he's young. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. These guys are pros.
Yeah.
These guys, he's a pro in on the playground. So it's a whole different game. It's what these guys train, get paid millions to do.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Respectfully, no.
I thought that Tyreek might have got him though.
Huh?
Tyreek Hill, the football player.
No,
I think he might have. I think
no.
before he got injured.
He might could get out, but it's 100 meters. People don't understand how far 100 meters is. You ran when last time you sprinted for 100 meters?
Never.
Exactly, and so
Not that
it
I
looks
know
it
of.
looks look it looks real fast on TV with football pass on with guys that can't break 12.
Yeah.
You look really fast, so you gotta keep it in context. You know what I'm saying? You got a ball in your hand, your hands are moving fast. It just looks good, but when you line up on the track,
It's a different
it's
beast.
a different ball game. This guy, this is what he trying to do to a science, to listening, coming out of the blocks. Tyree don't do that. Even if he was as fast, his hearing, his reaction time is not what Noah practices every single
Pow,
day.
he gone.
It's a wrap. And the 100 is a matter of split seconds.
And that's kind of like how it is with life and business too. Would you
Mhm.
say?
Yeah.
Like staying in your lane, understanding your niche, and kind of just like going with the flow of certain things and being like staying dedicated to one thing. Because you could be fast in the football, and then you could be, and then you could be fast but play football. You could be fast but run track, but it's two different beasts. Just like it is with business. If you don't practice your niche or you practice whatever it is that you inspiring to do, you don't put enough time into that, you're not gonna be where you're supposed to be in that category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's huge. So like going back to growing up, like what was your relationship with money growing up?
That's a great question. Nobody's ever asked me that, but it revolves around a lot of things that I do. Um, I was my relationship with money was the only thing that we ever taught. You know, stack your paper, right? In other terms, save your money. Um, some maybe keep it on a pillow or in a shoebox, right?
Oh,
Kind
I
of
like
giving
that one.
kind of giving away my age a little bit, but because most people don't do that anymore, because a lot of currency is gone electronic, and so I wish that I was taught about credit cards,
Yeah.
investing, high yield savings account. I wish I would have even had an account, but again, you don't know what you don't know. And so my money, my relationship with money, man, was just crazy. Granted, I didn't have a lot either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, grew up. I don't say in the hood, but I grew up just a regular working class family. I didn't get an allowance. You know, you ate what you kill. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a lot of time to work. I was an athlete. You know what I'm saying? So my relationship with money was didn't have a bunch of it. It was it was a minimal. I guess if we can use that word, it was a minimal relationship.
Mm-hmm.
However, I understood the importance of money, right? You know, growing up in the Baptist, in the South, in the Baptist church, I soon came to realize like the Bible talks more about money than it does heaven or hell. So when I heard that, I was like, man, I might need to understand this a little bit more
Can you say that one more time?
about how
What,
yeah, in the good book it talks more about money than it does heaven and hell. And so again, like regardless of what you believe in, I pay attention to things that I know that they're so important. Like nobody argue with how important money is, right? That's a lot of people's issue. They saw a money issue, they don't get divorced, probably just living a lot better, have a lot more of the time to themselves, the whole 9 yards. You know, so but if you ask me my relationship with money now versus then,
Mm-hmm.
it's night and day. Cause now I was working for money. Now money works for me. See the
Ooh.
difference? Because a mentor of mine told me if you don't learn how to make money in your sleep, you'll always have to make money on your feet. You know, and I was like, damn. You know, that changed the whole perspective of things, right? Because having that 9 to 5 was one income away from no income. And I'm from Georgia. I'm in Georgia. It's a right to work state. Do you understand what that means?
Nah.
They can
Explain that.
fire you for any reason.
Oh, that's an at will. Like we at
Yeah,
will.
yeah. So I was like, so let me get this straight. I'm over here slaving for
Yeah.
you, your company, your family, and you telling me you can just let me go for no reason. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm good, bro. That really kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back because it's like, man, I can't roll with that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. So again, I took we athletes. I like the challenge. I bet on myself. You know, I like to tell people this is what the other side of risk looks like. Right here, sitting right here in front of you.
Mm.
Right? I
Kind of
am
look
what
good, man.
yeah, I am what the other side of risk
That's
look
nice.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we on a Thursday. You know what I'm saying? On a Breaking Impossible podcast, chilling.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's what it is in the sun in a nutshell for me.
And you said something, man. If you don't make money in your sleep, you're gonna have to make money on your feet, man. What does that look like for somebody that don't understand what you're talking about?
Boy, you I like
It's
these questions. This is good. It's good because a lot
I'm
of
a
people
rookie,
don't
man.
don't yeah, but
I'm
no,
a
you're
rookie,
not a
man.
rookie because what people don't understand. I mean, it's essentially investing.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
are you willing to invest? Will you invest? Do you know how to invest?
Mm-hmm.
I obviously do real estate, so I talk about real estate a lot.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's a lot of other things you can invest in. The only reason I chose real estate because I study what the rich do. Almost every rich person has some type of real estate in their portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me get started. Got to start with one. So I study what that look like. How do you go about getting real estate? So I went to a banker. Said, what is it going to take for you to lend me some money? Gave me a checklist. I can do that. It had nothing to do with my color, height, weight, none of that. I can do that. I ain't gonna lie. The first house I bought was 95K. I couldn't believe somebody would lend me that kind of money.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't even seen over. Probably at that point, I probably never seen over $5,000 in my hand. Let
Yeah.
alone somebody loaning me or trusting me with $95,000.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And so that was kind of my first introduction into investing, and from my other studies, I adopted a niche where I learned how to rent by the door. Right, I'm renting for California prices in Athens, meaning that instead of renting a
I'm
whole
glad I
house out,
met you.
yeah. So if I'm renting out an entire house for what a regular price would be,
Yes,
I
sir.
rent to college students, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll pay by the door,
Yeah.
meaning like they're on their separate leases, but they just in a house with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than being in the dorms, bunked up, sharing a community bathroom.
Yeah.
And so, man, I ran that play and just rinsed, recycled. And that was my first big time investment. Now I do international investing. I got just bought a spot in Dubai, and I got IULs, just different things, insurance. That's a whole different story. Where like something happens to me today, my family's straight,
Yeah.
and this not even has nothing to do with my other investment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I put an insurance policy on my body,
For sure.
which is a cheat code if you read the Rockefellers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Again,
Yeah.
I don't
The
know. I
living
studied
trust
way
and
more than I
all of
ever
that.
studied at Georgia. I
Yeah, for
promise you.
sure.
I
For
was just
sure.
trying to stay eligible. I ain't gonna lie.
You got to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're coming from Longview, Texas, and you don't know nothing but inside of those streets, and then you go, you know what I mean? You want to get out, you get to Georgia, and then you handle all of that business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get it 100%. And so man, that's huge because when you talk about these IULs, these insurance, and all of these different things, like what happens, like because I know for me as a child, I was never taught that.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the game of the insurance or a living trust. The Rockefellers, like Rockefeller to me was Jay-Z and Damon
Right.
Dash. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so it's important for the audience to know about this thing because that's where it's at. In the like we was talking about my daughter on the way up here, you know what I mean? Like, and I was telling you the one thing that I'm not doing with her is teaching her credit.
Yeah.
I'm
You gotta
right.
do that.
And then, but I am teaching her about the Roths, the 401s, the all these different insurance, how to invest your money, do this and do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's
Yeah.
getting the game on all of that. So that's gonna be the next step too. But it's just like understanding that at a young age. If I knew what I knew now at 30,
Yeah. For sure.
I would be in a whole different space.
I mean, it's just all about financial literacy. I don't
Mm-hmm.
blame my parents. They only know what they know. You
Yeah,
can't teach what you
yeah,
don't know.
for sure.
That's why I was telling you. You heard of my other podcast. Like my kids and the students that I teach, and the people the kids that I coach. I don't want to give them everything I never had. I want to
Yeah.
teach them everything that I wish I would have known,
Mm.
or that I know in this case, because I know that knowledge will go with them the rest of life. This junk and material stuff, that stuff goes away.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And man, they lucky to have you because that is the if you're gonna educate and you gonna have people under you, man, and that's exactly how you trickle it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, so you ain't gotta bump your head so many times. You might want to, but I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
right now, you ain't got to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? End of the day, and then man, so yeah, you into the real estate, and then is that how you started to like really get into the credit space and doing all this and understanding all of
Yeah,
that?
it's crazy how all this stuff goes together. Like I never meant to be in this space. It started out with me literally just want to do travel hacks. I'm like, man, I like to travel. I like to go. Let's get it. I
Yeah.
want to see the world. Like now I've been over 55 countries. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's get busy. That turned into, it didn't turn into anything right away because I just knew credit from two standpoints: credit hacking and just get your credit together so you can buy a house. So then it went into funding. I had a mentor was like, hey, what if I showed you? Wait, first he asked me what was my biggest pain points in my business. I'm like, I keep running out of money, so I can't buy houses because I got to bring 25% to the table. Well, if it takes a long time to save up for houses or save up 20% every time something comes available. And in real estate, you can't get ready. You got to be ready when stuff comes available. So he showed me how to pull cash off a credit card. And it's a play I've been running for almost a decade now, and just been now that I turned into a digital product. So you asked me how long I've been doing that. Man, I was doing great in real estate. Then I learned this play, and then I realized everybody wanted this information from me. I didn't know how to package this up, so I had been giving it away for free.
Yeah.
And I had a guy like, man, this is what you need to do. So I took that information, made a digital product out of it, and I've been teaching the game. I just wrote my first book last year,
It
and
dropped December 14th, right?
yeah, it dropped on my birthday. And so I
Absolutely.
thought that was dope.
Yeah.
And now I'm able to get a game away in a digital product, in a tangible product, and a mentorship type product. You know what I'm saying? And so I it's something I always wanted to do. I just didn't know how to package it up. And so now for me, it's almost like, what else do I got to do in this world? It's not about leaving a legacy at this point.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, if God don't do anything else for me, man, He's done enough. I'm straight. Like, I mean, you hear it all the time. I'm literally just a kid from Longview, Texas. I never thought I'd have had this type of influence, this type of impact, or this type of responsibility. Because it's a responsibility, bro. Like, this knowledge that I carry around, that we carry around, um, people keep it to themselves, or they give it out in a shady way, or they don't give it out correctly.
Yeah.
Which sometimes we call it gatekeeping.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and where I come from, they call it game,
Mm.
right? And growing up, man, all the OGs used to tell me, youngster, game is to be sold, baby, not told. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I just think about it. So when I first started in it, and we talked about this, you know, when people use the word gatekeeping, you know, it's a game, it's a plan, it's a play, really. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gatekeep, so they be like, oh, I could trust him, I could do that.
Yeah.
Because the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, absolutely, let me tune into his. He about to give me all the game.
Yep.
But then you realize, but then it go more and more and more into like,
For sure.
okay.
No, I'm straight with people. Like,
Yeah.
there's level to the game. That's why I got a free school community.
That's right. Yeah, I was just about to tap into that too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so I get
You got a free school community. You got a paid school community. You got mentorship. You dropped your book. You got a bunch of digital products, man. You like really in there.
Because you gotta meet people where they at, right? Like, I tell people,
I'm
everybody's
big with
in a
that.
different walk in life, and I was too. And look, for the life of me, I did not know how to package this thing, and this is not because I'm so smart. You know, we all got ideas.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I ain't go to my man behind the camera over there. He got a bunch of that I know for a fact that can be sold.
His name is Idea.
Exactly.
If it wasn't Zoom.
Right.
Facts, you know what I mean? But not and then on top of that, man, another thing too about credit, man, why do people get so stuck in fixing credit instead of leveraging credit?
Because it's just popular right now. It's a new hustle.
To like fix it instead of leverage it?
Well, to leverage it, if it ain't fixed, you need to fix it. I mean, right. So I don't care. You got bad credit. I mean, we ain't leveraging nothing.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got to fix it if it's bad. So I guess that question would probably be more phrased like, why don't people know how to leverage their credit? It's typically because their credit is bad.
Yeah.
Or it's not, their profile is not built out correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because people telling a lot of crazy. There's a lot of wild stuff out there. Like I tell people, I don't worry about the amount of information that's been given out there. It's the misinformation that's killing the game right now. People are saying some wild stuff out there, and I'm coming back having to clean it up. And I'm literally sitting on Zooms, and I'm answering questions about how other people done screwed up their whole thought process of how things work. It's not a difficult process. You know, the credit system ain't changed a lot. I mean, the way you clean it up has changed. I mean, you got AI now, but the 5 factors of credit is still the 5 factors of credit. You know, every day. You know, the data points to get funded is pretty much still the same data point. Granted, each bank and lender can use different data points of how what your score may be or whatnot, but for the most part, the basics are still the basics. So I'm always educating, always seeming to be fixing a lot of misinformation, and I had a lot of misinformation. I told credit is bad. Cut your credit card up. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Oh man,
credit has changed my life.
Dave Ramsey's famous for
right.
That.
I'd be out there probably still working a 9 to 5 without it. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, day-to-day Rams, I always carry. He has his place. But for what I do, he don't work for me.
Yeah, there ain't no shade on Dave because I read his book, followed the process and everything. Sure. You know what I mean? But then it's just like I'm at another level in my life where I'm trying to do some things different. You know what I mean? And it doesn't work like that. And I learned, like, I've always been a firm believer. I do know this about credit. It's like you don't cut your credits off, because then that's going to hurt your credit.
For sure.
You know what I
Another
mean?
big
You
misconception.
got to keep that. You got to keep that line. So it's like my wife is like, "Oh, we cutting off every card that I get. I'm turning it off." And I'm like, "No, you're not turning it off. We just about to
Yeah.
take the
Need it.
card from you, put it
Yeah.
somewhere else." You know what I'm saying? And then from time to time, we'll get gas here and there, because we
Sure.
need that credit limit to stay up in order for that to look good. So when we go into doing different things, we're able to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because right, you can leverage your personal credit into
Yeah.
getting the business credit, and it don't affect your personal credit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then you
You be
see,
studying. I hear you over here.
man, I'm around a lot of good people, man. But then also too, it's like, I do my homework as well. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if like you sitting in the seat, then I kind of know a little bit about you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's important to understand. Like I said, man, it's not just about an interview, man. It's about a relationship.
Yeah. 100%.
And if we don't, the more relationships we have, the more networking we have. You know what I'm saying? And the more money we can make.
Yeah. Now I tell people, fact check me. Don't believe what I gotta say.
Oh no, yeah,
Fact
yeah,
check
yeah,
me,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you'll come out usually with a better understanding.
Nah, for
So by the
sure.
time we do talk, we get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. Honestly I can make a lot of money, but money don't drive me at this point in my life, man. I'm almost 50 years old, and I've lived a great life. I'm living a great life. For me, I want to see you win. I want to see you win. I want to see you win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to get a game. It's funny because I sit on a call. I'm like, man, look, if you don't get me to be your mentor, get somebody, or you just gonna be spinning your wheels, wasting more money than what you thought you were gonna
And that's
waste.
where it's at right now too, man. Is that guidance? Like even in like, if you look at all these different, like, there's self-help groups and all of this, they talk about like get a sponsor, get somebody like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you need guidance regardless.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? With everything, like even when you kids and you hella bad, or you get a big brother sometimes.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, where'd your big brother come from? Well, he came from the streets, been locked up. Now he changed his life. Now he's
yeah,
trying to help you not follow that same path,
yeah,
man. So it's like you talked about in the good book, man, where it talks more about money than it does talk about heaven or hell. It's like these plays are being placed in front of us, man, for a reason. It ain't just coincidence.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's life.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're gonna recognize and you're gonna get with it, or you're gonna get left behind. And so I said earlier, man, it's either we're gonna follow our dreams or we're gonna live in our nightmares.
100%.
You know what I mean? So which one is you gonna do? Because I'm gonna tell you, my nightmares are scary as all hell.
Yeah,
I ain't staying there.
yeah,
I'm running out of them. I'm running to my dreams. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. And that's the play right there, man. But
yeah, yeah.
so tell us a little bit about your book, man. Running with House Money, man. How did all that come about?
Well, as you know, I'm a runner. And so that
I
was
should
number
have
one.
known.
And my first mentor was my teammate. Man, he does this on a whole different scale. He does college apartment housing, like, so they building complexes.
Ooh.
And so I would go for a jog with him almost 2 or 3 times a week, and I would just pick his brain, pick his brain, pick his brain. So I had to
Yeah.
start where I was at. I was one house. And so he started talking about doors. I'd never heard it explained like that. I rent by the door. So when people ask me like, oh, how many properties do you have? I don't care about how many properties I got. I care about how many doors I'm getting paid on.
How many doors you got right now?
Oh man, I've been doing a lot of moving stuff around, and now I don't really deal with that a lot because I hired a property manager, and I'm actually closing on a house next week. I'm about to push it out because I'll be in Thailand, but probably at least 40 doors right now. 40 doors. Because I've really been focusing on this digital product. Like, this has become my passion, bro.
Yeah.
Because I know I can reach more people. People like, why you got all these Zoom calls and webinars? Because I can reach more people.
For sure.
Right? The new model is, y'all probably are starting to understand, I can get all these people in one room and teach or pitch, whatever the case may be, versus setting up a one-on-one call with you. There's only so much time I got in a day. I kind of learned that new model, and it has been a game changer. And so now I'm really focused on that. But I'm also, man, I've shifted my focus to international market, like Dubai, bro. So I went 2018 for
The
leisure.
international market sound.
I went
so
2018,
crazy.
man, and met a few people, man, and it was like, when you shift from being a tourist to a business person, they treat you completely different, man. I literally got my residency a couple years ago, and now I'm able to use their banks. And if you know anything about Dubai, they do things completely different. They don't believe in all these taxes.
Yeah.
They don't believe in a lot of stuff that we do here. And just from a business standpoint, Dubai is one of the safest cities in the world. It's one of the fastest growing places in the world. They about to open up I mean, they do everything big, and so I literally have kind of just been shifting my focus a little bit there while doing this digital product. And I was writing that book. I've been getting busy. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay,
And
okay.
so
I see
now
you, big
that,
dog.
so well, I mean, it's just I've been fortunate, man. I've been fortunate to meet people like you and be in different circles that have and doors that have opened up because of what I do. I really truly believe if you move in the right way, you will attract the right people.
For sure.
And so now the houses and the real estate comes to me through almost word of mouth. It's crazy how it works, man. Like I teach a lot of stuff and I have to stay up on it because of my students, but a lot of the stuff that I get now is sent to me because people know what I do and they know I close fast. Like I tell people like, man, I don't believe that. It's capped that you close with credit card. Well, I got a credit card right here, right? I got a bunch of 'em. This one right here, the Amex. This right here, I'm gonna buy a house on in 2 weeks. It has no limit. But guess what? You better be able to pay it off. So what I'll do is I'll use that no limit Amex. I got a good deal on it. It's 160K. I mean, it's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money on the credit card. But what I'll do is I'll get a ton of points. Because now now I'm traveling for free. Right? I'm going to Thailand on Monday for free, and I'm going Delta One. And if you ever flew Delta One, you ain't have to fly, but you know what they cost? They ain't cheap. I wouldn't pay it. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, I'll do that. Buy this house, get all these crazy points, turn around, I'll refi it out with the bank, pay the credit card off. The renter takes care of the mortgage to the bank. This is how I teach how to buy a property using none of your money. I mean, it sounds crazy and it sounds far-fetched, but again, I like to speak from receipts. I like to speak from showing you the exact steps of how that works. And there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You know what I'm saying? I just gave you one that I'm just going to do with the next deal because I like to stay current. Like, well, show me something you about to do or show me something that you just did. Last one that I did the play from, I went ahead and got the loan from the bank because the bank will do 70%, 75% loan to term value. And then I have to bring 20 to 25%. I'll just use the credit card to bring it 20 to 25%. And so what I'll do then is I do the math, right? The tenant, what they paying more in the monthly mortgage has to be able to pay that off. And I'll use what we call a third party, such as Plastic, PLASTIQ. It's a third party. They can send a wire check or ACH on my behalf because I got my credit card attached to it. So these are just little nuggets if you don't know, little game that if you don't know, you can get started in real estate literally with no money out of pocket. And so a lot of people then come back with, of course, which is a valid question or concern, and the house is not that cheap. But if you ain't been to Louisiana and Alabama, that's a lot of cheap houses down there.
Oh yeah.
In Mississippi.
It's cheaper than here.
Yeah, way cheaper. And so when I tell people, if you haven't looked there, you will be blown away. Because what happens, you can go down and get something super cheap, 30, 40, 50K, put it on government assistance. Government housing is paying at least 800 minimum for rent. 1, 2 bed, whatever the case may be. Without going too deep into the math, that math always math if you get it at the right point. So we just run numbers, man. It's all about numbers. I don't fall in love with anything. You want to know, you want to lose in real estate? Be emotional.
Yeah.
You want to win in real estate? Run your numbers. It's that simple. You got to be able to walk away.
Yeah. Because it got to make sense.
Got to make sense.
Absolutely. 100%, man. And then I know a lot of people, because I know you got a checklist in your free community on school about how to go into the bank and make sure everything is correct before you do make that step into the bank to get the credit to leverage for real estate or whatever it is your play is, right?
Yeah.
And then so like for somebody that got like somebody right now say they got bad credit, they probably got a 658 score, and they got a couple things on their credit, man. What would be the process from getting to a place, they might got something in collections, because we talked about fixing credit, right?
Yeah.
What would be 3 things that they could do right now that would help them get into a position to go into a bank like Chase and
Or 3 ways they can clean their credit? Okay, you going?
Yeah,
Oh,
three ways they can
three way. I mean, you can just either clean it yourself. AI change the game.
change the game. Okay.
You can link with me. I got a free software that it'll do it for you, or you can just pay somebody.
And that description is gonna be in the
Yeah.
down below, y'all.
So I got a team to do that. And so I always tell people you can fix stuff yourself. It just takes a little time. I like speed. I get down. I run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I like speed.
Bam.
You know, and so just to go back, I didn't even finish answering your question about the book, but the book title came from me running then buying real estate.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the publisher thought it was a dope idea to name it that. And then I shopped it to some friend. Like, what y'all think about that? I'm like, man, I never would have thought of that. You know what I'm saying? And because I'm playing with house money, bro. Like, and it ain't none of mine. And so so we took that and ran.
Whose money is it? The banks?
It's the banks. You know what I'm saying?
Whether
it's a credit card or the bank, it's the bank, right? City is a bank. Bank of America is a bank. They all got credit card products. They all do loans. You know what I'm saying? And so they make money off of lending money. Are you a worthy lender or client to be lended to? You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, that's why I come in. I'll teach you how to be an attractive lender to the bank.
Yeah, and that's fire too, right? So let me reframe my question because it's important for them to know, because somebody's sitting out there right now, right? That's thinking, okay, well, Lee, I'm sitting here. I ain't really got good credit, or, I don't know really what I want to do. I want to go buy this house. I don't know what to do right now. What would be the first step for them to do? What would be the process for them to get to a position of, just buying their first piece of property to rent out?
Yep. Yeah. Go clean your credit, and then you can do this simultaneously. You can open up an LLC, right?
Well, what if I got a collection on my credit, Lee?
Doesn't matter when it comes to opening up an LLC. Essentially, you can open up an LLC and open up a business account once you get the LLC open. Because we're doing, biggest thing for me is to shift people into a different realm of thinking, from personal to business, right? So the personal is only important by getting those things taken off, because it's going to be a part of how we structure the business credit, right? Because real quick, in the business side, I'm showing you how to go get money without providing W-2s and taxes and forms and bank accounts. This is strictly everything that has to do with your business. So if you come to me, like, we have to get that straight, and then we have to start building from there.
Okay.
Because to go look, a lot of people put the cart before the horse. Like, I found this house. All right, well, what your credit look like?
Exactly.
550. You ain't getting a house today unless you're paying cash. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm very specific about the process. You can't cheat the process. But once you set it up, do it once, you ain't got to do it again.
How would you build your credit if you got low credit score? You can't walk into the bank.
Again, just go get it fixed. Go get it clean. All credit can be
But what
fixed.
if it's clean, but it's just low?
Oh, we build it. We build it.
How you build it?
We build it by, like, I'll take a look at it. Let me see what you got going on. Right?
Yeah.
We can add an authorized user. We can add trade accounts or whatever. Whatever it looks like it needs to be added, we go from there. Because people like, well, how long would it take you, Lee, to get me right? I don't know. I cannot answer that educatedly, without
It's different for
seeing.
everybody.
It's different for everybody.
It's different for everybody.
But it's going to be the same process. It just depends on what it looks like. Because people will tell you, like, oh, I only got this on it. And 9 times out of 10, when we go into the credit report, there's something on there that they did not say, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I bet you did. You know what I'm saying? This is why I never take, I don't take anybody's word. Because, again, I'm putting you through a process, and I'm sending you to a banking rep or whatever, and this stuff has to be on point.
Yeah.
I have a 99% confidence rating that when we do this, you're going to get funded. It might vary how much, but for the most part, we have a great idea if you have hit the data points. It's that simple. And if we don't check your credit, there's a big chance we're going to miss something, because people, they just don't know, right? People make the bureaus make mistakes too. It's not always their fault. The bureaus make mistakes.
Nah, for sure. They throw anything on that paper or anything on your report, man, that's reported to them.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to understand how to go in there and see what's wrong. Your name could be spelled wrong.
Yeah.
That could be very detrimental.
Well, I say everybody.
You got to go in there. You got to, with a fine tooth comb and
Yeah.
go in there and figure that out, man. So that's important, man. I appreciate you dropping all these gems, man. And there's probably a lot. So you might have to re-watch this episode really to understand the game that you just provided, man, because you just put a whole lot on us, man. And I really appreciate that, man. So like you say, you got a lot of digital products, and I understand the digital products, games and stuff like that. But what was the first digital product that you ever created?
Ebook.
Okay, and
Right.
what was it about?
I mean, it's just simple credit. Just
Credit,
credit.
credit.
I mean, it's simple. 5 factors of credit. Easy
5 factors
read.
of credit.
But here's what I know, man. The two biggest expenses in your life are what?
Food.
Taxes and interest.
Yeah.
You'll pay more interest in your life than a lot because everything's it's gonna be taxed for it.
Yeah.
Taxes, you got a
For
9 to
sure,
5 or a
taxes
business,
and
that's
interest, yeah.
something that you're always gonna have to be paying. And so, how do we combat that? First of all, taxes, get an LLC, start a business. I write everything off. This whole trip will be wrote off. It's a business expense. Feel me? Interest rates. How do we combat interest rate? You get better interest rates if you what?
Got good credit.
All in your control. It's all in your control. So if you don't hear nothing else I say on this podcast, fix your damn credit. And then go fix your families. And teach them. Because you instantly give yourself a raise when you get a better interest rate. Let's just say you in a bad interest rate with a car or a house. I'd be sad if you're in a bad interest rate on a house because that means that you really much just bought it. But it just say you are in a bad interest rate on a house or car. You go and refi with a better credit score. You literally just gave money back to yourself. You literally just gave yourself a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not paying, I don't even know what a car payment is these days. I don't know, $700, refi, now it's $500. It's a $200 raise. But that's a big deal in a lot of families. I think they said $500 could change the average family life a month. $500. I spend that in ads a day. It's almost embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, if that's the case, I'm really gonna hammer that down.
Yeah.
Like we talk about business funding, we talk about LLCs and whatnot. But at the end of the day, what are we talking about? We're talking about cash flow. We're talking about buying back our freedom. Because right now, too many people I see and know is caught up with trading their time for money. And there's only so many hours in a day. That you got to get to where you are trading money for time, meaning your money is working for you. What does it look like for you? It's that simple.
You ain't making money in your sleep. You got to make money on your feet. Which one you want to be?
My feet hurt, so I can't do
it. Yeah. Hey, stop running there, man.
Yes, come on now.
Man, it's been dope, man. I appreciate you, man, for sure, man. Came on here and really lit it on fire, man. And what do you use what did you use when you built your first ebook? Like, what was the process? Like, what did you use?
ChatGPT do everything because it's an ebook. It's an ebook. You can ChatGPT it.
So it must have been recent when you first created your first ebook.
ChatGPT been kind of around for a minute.
3-4 years.
And I mean, it has a lot of information on credit. I mean, you ain't got to go far to find this information. And it's not. I don't know why people don't take credit more serious. It is not like it's trigonometry, bro. It is literally 5 factors of credit, and it ain't changed.
What is the 5 factors of credit?
Credit score, payment history. Payment history is the biggest one. You know, you gotta pay people back on time. You know what I'm saying? Utilization, credit mix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those things like that, and age of credit. You know, those things we can all do something with, especially with the age of credit and stuff like that. Like again, we can add authorized users. We can do a lot of things in each thing. But I mean, utilization, you gotta get that down. But you know what I'm saying? But all those things are very simple things that we can do and that we can fix, and that's it in our control with a little bit of discipline. I don't know if you saw the statistics, but man, the credit card debt for America is off the chain.
Oh, for sure,
man.
Yeah, because I mean, we was fed that.
Mm-hmm.
We were fed that, the credit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, just like the obesity and what America really allows for the people, and they say they're for the people, but then really in all actuality, if you think about it, man, we get the worst food, we get the all of that stuff, because if you go to Dubai or you go anywhere else, they ain't gonna have
Yeah, they ain't, yeah,
they ain't gonna have Cheez-Its and shit. You know
no,
what
it
I'm
ain't like
saying?
that.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like that's what it is, man. So, and in the process I was talking about, because I know there's a lot of ways you can create an ebook for somebody out there that's just now listening and trying to understand. Like, you can go on, like, they got typeset, they got different ways that you could just automatically put this stuff into the chat and say, hey, this is what I want. Brrr, get a prompt from ChatGPT, throw it in there, and it automatically just start putting pictures and everything on there, and it don't really cost you money. You know what I mean? And if you really want to get funky with it, you could spend $29 on a monthly membership, put that prompt in there. It literally makes that for you. You sell 3 of those, you make your money back. You sell 2 of them and it's really good. You really know how to market it. You're gonna make your money
Yeah,
back.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And then the important thing that I want everybody to understand about the 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 ebook, this whole electronic world slash digital product space, you create it once, and it takes none of my time. That's the beauty of it. You create it once, and it takes none of my time.
I love that.
Like, people, I don't know, people. I got about 50 people a day that come in the free community.
Yeah.
I never really interact with them unless they go to the paid community from a funnel or my webinar, and I literally just talk to them. So I just I like to stay in the loop, man. I don't mind talking to people. Like, I'm a man of the people. You know what I'm saying? So I like to hear people's story, because they'll tell you kind of your next product, right? Because they tell you what they are struggling with and what they need. And so I like to hop on phone calls and talk with people just to see what people are really looking for. Like, people like, I don't know what to write about. I don't know what to sell. Get on the phone, talk to people, get on the internet, go live. They'll tell you exactly what they're looking for. I've been on call. They say stuff. I'm like, I didn't have the product, but once they said I got it now, we like to call that the evergreen method, right? I'm always selling them. I always give them enough so we can get to the next level, because everybody not ready. Remember, got to meet them where they're at.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
a lot of people hop in the game, be trying to sell these high priced products, and they people ain't there yet. Especially if they ain't marketing it correctly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, 1000%. I could tell you, man. So, damn, I just lost it. You had touched on something, man. And I was just like, damn. But at the end of the day, we got the credit, we got the ebooks. You dropped your book, you got your school community. You know what I mean? What can they get in the free community that isn't in? What can they get? So break down each community
Yeah,
to
yeah. So
to the members,
so
because
the
we're
free
gonna put that
community,
all in the
yeah,
description.
yeah. So the free community is the basis of credit, just simple things, couple hacks, how to get some inquiries off, just simple basic credit stuff. I think that everybody should have access to, right? Then the VIPs, everything obviously in the free community, and more, just a little bit more access to me, and how they can set up their LLC, how they can actually get 50 plus K on their own. Um, Things that they need the correct way to set it up with the NAIC code, things of that nature. I give the data checkpoints of what the bank will look for. I think I could put a couple banking reps in there. I drop all my old calls in there that I had. I meet bi-weekly where they can ask me anything.
In the free community.
No, this in the paid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we in the paid. So the free community is pretty much, it's really basic
Basic.
stuff,
Okay,
right?
got you.
Because again,
Got you.
like, a lot of people won't buy from you if they don't know you. I don't consider myself a big wig or somebody special, and so I also know that sometimes you have to nurture. You got to nurture your audience, and so I try to create trust. And at the same time, I tell them all the time, yeah, I gotta make some money too, because you got trolls coming in. Man, I thought this was free. I did. I gave you the free stuff, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity to work with me if you want a little bit more game. And so I knew it was a kid, whatever, bro. Like, you think my team work for free? And so you deal with that, and then I have the next level, which would be working with me one on one. I show you that I will hold your hand, do all that with you, do it for you, and get you funded, go over all your deals before you sign on that dotted line to make sure it makes sense, right? Because it can be a little scary when you get into real estate and looking at contracts, especially if you've never been to a closing, if you never had to just know the intricacies of how that works. If you never dealt with a lawyer, you never dealt with a probate, just all these things that pop up during a closing. So I hold your hand and walk you through that for 6 to 8 months, however long it takes to get you there. You know, then obviously I got my book. You know, I tell people I give you a whole lot of game for $9.99. You know, like I mean, I wish I would have had that coming up because I put everything in it. You know, and I know a lot of people visual like to read with in their hand, right? I mean, it's crazy, man. You can do a digital product and you can do a hardback, and people look at them totally different, which is strange. They can have the same information in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's what I got right now, as far as the products that I offer and how I can meet people wherever they at. Like I can meet you wherever
That's
you're at,
good.
and also in the VIP, you know, we got credit repair where we can do it for you, funding we can do it for you, all that good stuff. So it's just a whole nother level when you come to the VIP, and it's only $39
It
a
is
month, bro.
$39. Yeah, I
Like,
seen the
bro,
promo.
I tell people I'm losing
And that's the
money.
paid school community, right?
It's a paid
Yeah.
school community. So you
That's a
get
lot for
you literally
39. I mean,
get $10,000 worth of really if you get the funding like I'll show you I get 50K literally in there step by step. So you literally get because you know the funding game people charge them 5%. I mean 10% all day every day, and so I'm telling you I can get you 50K off the real. That's $5,000 worth of free game in there if you just run the play. I had a guy get 150K on his own, $39 a month. Yeah. So again,
if y'all ready, man, y'all better tap in with Lee. I'm telling you, everything's gonna be down in the description, man. For
yeah,
sure. Absolutely, man. Uh, now, man, I want to say the best for last, obviously, right? Because you had all of that stuff going on,
mm,
but now you are embarking on a new journey.
yeah,
You hitting the stages. You
in the
speaking to
stages,
people.
man.
You
Yeah.
connected. You know, and you went and got you would you say as a coach or a mentor or
Yeah, I went and got me a speaking coach, man.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
And so I was on the stage to the last couple of days here in San Francisco, but the Bay Area, whatnot. And
yeah.
man, it's crazy, man. It's just a whole different dynamic on how to use your voice and how to command things because we all have a story inside that somebody wants to hear,
Hmm.
but you got to be able to articulate it in a way that people can understand.
Yeah, for sure.
And what I
Speaking
had
is
to,
an art, bro.
yeah, and I had to learn how to speak to different audience, whether that's my students, whether that's toddlers or not toddlers, but just really young kids, or whether I'm talking to corporate America on
Hmm.
Amazon or Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to learn. I'm learning how to tailor my message. It's the same thing. It's the same story, just totally different way. And so I learned how to do that and craft my message, man. And it's been cool. And it's crazy how it embarks in the digital journey because, right, guess what? By the time I'm done, they want to buy my book. They've already paid me to speak and engagement. Now they're buying my book. Now I'm capturing information, or I can put a QR code say, "Hey, free community, join it."
Yeah.
Now I'm capturing their emails. You know, so we're in a data driven business, and so
And it's
the
getting more and more and more like that.
getting more and more like that. So I'm
Man.
literally like it's just crazy. This has been a stepping stone, man. And that's why I tell people I ain't what I look like. You know what I'm saying? I don't look what I came from. You know?
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, man, I mean, so much game.
Yeah.
And like they used to tell me, man, game is to be sold, not told, man. So
Yeah.
anything from here on out, man, you're gonna have to tap in with Lee personally. You know what I'm saying? He didn't just come in here and teach us credit. He came in here and showed us how to take control. And I'm telling you, man, if you don't go down there and tap the link, man, and get connected, even with the free community, he said there's 50K waiting for you
Yeah.
in the free community right now.
Yeah.
So if you don't go, you know what I mean? It don't matter if 5 people listen to this podcast. If 5 people don't go down there and take control, then I don't know what you doing, man.
I don't either,
Hey,
man.
because I'm about to go get that 50K.
Hey, listen.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So, hey, where else can they find you, man? And they already know what you can do,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, man, y'all can find me on any social media, Lee A. Patterson, across
Mm-hmm.
everything from TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, the whole 9 yards, Lee A. Patterson. You can find me. I actually monitor uh, my own social media, but my team posts for me every day. Uh, podcast clips, and then you'll see me in there giving game every single day with just a camera in my face, just whatever I got going on. So, man, we get busy, man. If you looking to make a change in your life, I got you. I got something out there for everybody. And I don't say that from a salesy standpoint. I say that from I care about you and I care about where you're going and you changing the dynamics of your family tree. So my only question is, will you be the one? Will you be the one to step out? Step out on faith. Step out and just be the one who commits to being that change that their family so desperately needs. Or if you don't need none of this stuff, I know you know somebody who do. How about that? Right?
Come on.
I knew some of y'all do got good credit score. Y'all might have a little jingle, but you know somebody who don't. So send them my way. I got them.
Hey, you got a, daughter, son, somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's teach these kids. And that's the thing they don't teach in school is that they don't teach us financial literacy, right?
Nope.
They want to teach us all this other stuff. They want, they lied to us about a lot of different things when I was younger. And I'm learning in college, like, oh man, I had a different perception, but they not teaching us how to hold on and handle the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man, like he said, man, if you don't want it, you know somebody that do, tap in, man. And remember, man, you already know what time it is, man. This is Breaking Impossibilities, where we use real life stories to help people grow and break those impossibilities. Remember to believe in yourself, trust yourself, and love yourself because anything is possible. You're possible, baby. Let's get it. Come on.
Let's go.